Spurgeon here with RevZilla, and today we're taking a look at the Troy Lee Designs Radius Adventure Jacket available at RevZilla.com. So for all of you enduro riders out there that already have the jersey, the compression suit with the impact armor, but you want something to give you a little bit more abrasion resistance, the Radius Adventure is designed to be worn over top of your existing gear to give you that extra bit of protection in the event of a crash. So if you're on some really rocky stuff and you don't want to worry about slicing up your arm or your chest where you fall off and you're just not covered by your impact armor, that's where this comes into play. And there's also going to be some water resistancy worked into this as well. As far as sizing is concerned, High-Vis Brian on the left-hand side stands at 6 feet tall, has a 42-inch chest, weighs in at 195 pounds. We measured him around the belly button at 35.5 inches. He is wearing a size large, and he's also wearing a protective compression suit underneath this with all of his armor in the shoulders, the elbows, and the back. So keep that in mind. It's designed to be worn over top of your existing body armor. Now, sizes are going to range from a small up to a 2XL. As far as colors are concerned, there is one color available. That is the black, gray, and high-vis orange that Brian is wearing on my left-hand side. So Troy Lee Designs is a company that we know for their role in the dirt as well as the enduro market. But what we're really seeing them step into with something like the Radius Adventure Jacket is for you enduro riders out there that are putting in long days and you want something more protective than just wearing a jersey if the terrain gets really rocky or really rough. You want some abrasion resistance as well, and you're also getting a little bit of water resistance with this. So if you want to take a step up, they actually have a step higher than this, which is going to be the Adventure Hydro. That's going to give you a full-on waterproof jacket. And then you're also going to have some complementary pieces with this. High-Vis Brian is wearing the matching Radius Adventure pants. There's also going to be gloves and a jersey. So if you want to go full-on Radius Adventure, you have the availability to do so. So breaking down what you're getting with this, it's going to come in around the $160 price point, and it's a nice beefy armored shell for the money, especially considering this is going to give you a little bit of that resistance from the rain as well as just your overall protection in the event of a crash. So starting with the top, working your way through, there's a really nice neoprene roll to the top of the collar. It is a taller collar designed to push up a little bit underneath your helmet to make sure that it's just blocking some of the water that's possibly pushing through if you're out there in some of those aggressive situations where the weather's taking a turn. At the shoulders, one of the things that I noticed with this, they reinforce the shoulders, and it's Troy Lee Designs, knowledge of how the enduro riders actually out there utilizing this gear, which gives them the foresight to give you a little bit of that beefed up protection at the shoulders. So if you're wearing this with like a camel pack or a backpack for a hydration system, you're not gonna have to worry about those straps rubbing through. And then there's no armor baked into this. So this is not gonna give you any impact protection at the shoulders or the elbows. That's really what your compression suit underneath is designed to do. You're also going to have zip-off shoulders or zip-off arms with this, so when you get to where you're going, you get to the camp, you can zip the shoulders off. You can use this as just a vest if you want to place for storage pockets over top of your existing gear, so you can zip the arms off, get tons of airflow pushing through, and still wear your jersey with the compression suit underneath. Working your way down the arm, you're going to have a TPR adjuster at the wrist with Velcro to make sure this is cinched down. And you'll notice the different colors. This is going to differentiate the two different styles of material that we're seeing here. So throughout the entire body, all the black section that you see in the impact zones working its way down the outer side of the arm is going to be a 420D water-resistant Oxford polyester. When you get to the inside of the arm, when you get to the bottom of the jacket, that's not a high-risk zone. So they wanted to cut down the weight a little bit, give you a little bit more range of motion so you didn't have all that extra bulk. So they went with a 300D water-resistant Oxford polyester there. And then Brian, do me a favor, just show me your elbow here. On the elbows for your impact zones, they actually beefed that up with a third material, and this is going to be a 600D polyester, just because they know this is that typical area where you go down in the event of a crash. Thank you, sir. Working your way down the front, the first thing you'll notice is you're going to have massive vents with dual zips, so you can work this from the top or the bottom, and these are going to be one on each side. Nice vertical vents to give you a ton of airflow pushing through. Pop of asymmetry as far as the pocket is concerned. You do have a water-resistant chest pocket on the right-hand side, and then you will have dual hand warmer pockets on either side for additional storage. And that's really where that functionality for the zip-off sleeves come into play, because if you want to use this just to store some extra items, you can do so. Brian, I'm going to have you do me a favor and throw that hand up in the rider position as you face sideways. Now, starting your stealth at the top, working your way through, you can see the reflective is going to start by coming around to the back. You do have that zip-off sleeve, and then you can see you're going to have that reinforcement at the elbow as well. Working your way down the inside of this, there will be an expansion gusset that's going to sit at the hip, and there is going to be some Lycra behind there, which is going to work to stretch nicely as well, but it's going to give you a roughly 3 inches of expansion at the waist, so you can get that extra range of motion if you're looking for it. Brian, you may face backwards for me. Starting at the top, rolled neoprene collar. Again, taller is going to push up underneath the helmet. Troy Lee design done in reflective, and then that big pop of reflectivity working its way across the back. And then this is going to fold over your exhaust vent. So one large, massive horizontal exhaust vent working its way across the back on this. And then once you have this fold over, that helps to keep the water from pushing through that zipper as well. And then when you get to the rabbit pouch, one of the features you'll notice as we open this rabbit pouch up, there is going to be a shock cord that works its way around the waist that you can cinch down to make sure you don't have extra bulk. The last thing you want to do is have extra bulk on your jacket to catch on any trees or brush as you're riding along. So the shock cord adjuster works to cinch down the waist for you, and then it simply stores back up in the rabbit pouch. So, Brian, I'm going to have you go ahead and face forward at this time. And what I want to have you do is just open the top flap for me on the top of this jacket. And you'll notice what Troy Lee Designs have done is they've separated this. So there's actually a separate flap for the top. I like the fact that they've separated this, but what I would have liked to have seen is something to secure this flap back. Because right now we have this open and there's no snap or Velcro to hold this in place in the open position if that's how you want to ride with it. And then Brian, go ahead and unsnap the bottom part for me too. And Brian actually pointed this out. We were talking about the jacket earlier. There's no snap for the bottom part on this, and it would have been nice to have seen as you're closing this up, just to have, instead of just the Velcro there, to have one additional snap at the bottom. So that's the minor nitpicks that I do have as we're working our way through opening this up. Brian, go ahead and unzip for me. Nice pull if you are wearing gloves, nice pull to the zipper, easy to get on, easy to get off. And holding this open, you are going to have those additional storage, the additional storage compartments on the inside. You're going to have a pocket on the right side, and there'll also be just a simple stuff pocket on the left side as well. The other thing you'll note, and keep in mind, this is meant for you enduro riders out there. You're out there on the trail, you've crashed, maybe you've knocked yourself unconscious. What they've done is they've allowed you to give your detailed information, so your name, your phone number, any allergies, your blood type, and you can write that right on the inside of your jacket. Just a thought out little piece for riders out there that might be 20 or 30 miles off the beaten path when somebody actually finds you laying on the side of the road. Brian, you may go ahead and zip that up. And like I said, he is wearing the matching pants, so he is currently rocking the entire Radius Adventure outfit. Now there's a lot of riders out there that are utilizing enduro gear, and there's a lot of riders out there that are enduro riders that are utilizing Troy Lee Designs gear on their rides. If you want to hear more about what they have to say, click the info button on your desktop or mobile device, which will allow you to read other rider reviews from folks that are out there putting this gear through its paces on a regular basis. If you have more questions for our gear geeks, reach out to one of them at 877-792-9455, or simply type us out an email, cs@RevZilla.com. Thank you for joining us for this look at the Troy Lee Designs Radius Adventure Jacket. I'm Spurge. Enjoy the ride.